Hello and welcome to Late Night Creatures Live, a wonderful live show where I take the time to draw some late night creatures in the late hour of 11 p.m. So, the midterm elections were a couple days ago, and while I'm not going to get political in the sense of I'm not going to talk about who I wanted to win and whatnot, I am going to get political in that I think I can design some candidates that are better than any of the ones that ran over the last few months. As such, I'm going to take the time to design. There should be. Can I be heard? Yeah, I'm fine. I was just told that I couldn't be heard, but I think the TV might have been down because I'm coming through fine on my end. Anyways, I'm gonna be presenting my perfect candidates for this late night creatures. So I think we should just go ahead and get after it. So first, I think for every good candidate, you need to start off strong. So I think first off, we just start off with a strong, bold shape here, and there's no better candidate than a candidate with a winning smile. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and give him a smile there. This is an odd smile shape. I think I tried to do lips, but I don't know if I'm gonna make those lips or just part of the smile. I guess we're gonna have to see. I've moved up recently from doing Late Night Creatures Live, which is a bounding success, and I'd love to do more of those. So we're double checking any technical things, but I'm pretty sure we're all in the clear. If anyone watching notices any problems that's impeding your experience, just let me know, and then we'll try and remedy them as quickly as possible. So I want to give this candidate a nice straight smile. Um, their mouth shape is very odd. That's true, but you know what? That's their one feature that makes them more appealing to common America. Now, another thing you want out of a candidate is you don't want them to look too intense or too soft. Uh, Sorry, do I? People in the chat, is there music going on in the background currently? Let me listen to that. I'm not hearing the music. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on because I'm not hearing it on my end. Anywho, back to our current thing. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, eyes. So you don't want your candidate to have eyes that are too soft or too glaring and hard because that makes them either too approachable or unapproachable. So I think for this candidate, we're just going to go for some nice little oval blots here. That looks good. And yeah, I think he's going to be a little tired. He's been on the campaign trail. This shows you his determination. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. I think I think it might just be some weird stuff from where we were looking at it. I think we're pretty straight now. I think it's all good. So yeah, so we have this man. He has very nice eyes. I think I'm gonna do a boy and a girl for equal representation. Because I think that either should be a candidate, and neither's more ideal. I'm also going to, in this process, just have fun and invent my own parties because the parties that are around are fine. I think maybe giving him some nice eyebrows. He's always questioning his surroundings and his world, which make him just a wonderful person. He's going to be doing a lot of casework and really asking the tough questions from everyone as he goes through the campaign here. I don't know where I'm taking where I'm taking his head right now. So I suppose we're gonna connect this to a body. Yeah. This is a good neck for a candidate. You know, a candidate's good if they have a nice swooping neck. If their neck swoops, then they'll represent you. I suppose that's a slogan. I'm not entirely certain, but might as well make it one. Candidate who runs next. Next candidate who runs for anything, who has a swoopy neck. Make that your slogan. It'll get you way more votes. It'll get you at least one more. My vote. It'll get you my vote immediately. I don't care what you stand for. I don't care about anything like that. It'll get you my vote immediately. I think this candidate should have some nice hair here. He has that nice classic sort of news reporter-esque pompadour hair. Comes around like that. Just a very classic candidate look that we're going for here. Because I think if one thing reigns true is you can't beat the classics, and so you know, just you gotta make yourself look as classic as possible when you're being a candidate. You gotta make yourself timeless, to put it in a word. I think for a body, you know, you want your candidate to have one thing out of everything else. You want them to have a strong handshake. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just take this here and draw a thumb, kinda. That's a bad thumb. We're gonna take the time to actually draw a thumb correctly. There we go. That's better. And then we're gonna just extend this nice handshake to his opponent. I think I'm gonna draw them in a debate. So we're gonna draw this nice hand reaching out to the opponent. And the rest of the body, I think we're going to just sort of have atrophied off to the corner here. He's really just, he really put all of his work into having a firm, strong handshake. Out of all the things he worked on the campaign trail, that was it. Every time he wouldn't kiss babies, he would shake their hands. Every time he would see his family, instead of a hug, they would get a nice handshake. His wife would always ask him, you know, why don't you give the kids hugs anymore? And he'd say, well, see, when you're on the campaign trail, honey, hugs don't cut it. These kids need to learn that it's time for dad to start giving nice handshakes. Those kids lead a sad life. The life of a campaign son is, for sure, a sad one. Or daughter. I don't know. I'm not going to draw his kids. Or maybe I'll draw his kids. We'll see. We'll see how much time we have. So, I do believe this is our man here. He's one of our candidates. He sort of is a little odd. Some people might say he's odd, but you know, I think he's relatable. And I agree that we should, in lieu of regular elections, we should start having handshake contests to show who will really represent this country in the handshake department the best. Cast your ballots now as to who you think has the best handshake in Congress. Send your congressman a note that says, "Hey, I'd like to shake your hand." It'll give them a smile for the first time in their life. So yeah, so we're gonna take him and we're gonna move him here to meet his opponent, who is a lady. So we're gonna also give her a strong shape here, a similar shape to his, because they are both candidates, and as a species. And I think we're just gonna run with the same steps we ran with him, and that she needs to have a winning smile. So we'll bring that around here. Make sure she has those nice white teeth, those straight teeth. This kind of looks like early morning person right now, but we will fix that. I swear, I will not draw him just randomly in this episode. I might. Actually, I had a few ideas for this episode. this was not my first idea, which is odd because usually I just sort of go with my first draft and run with it. But for this subject, you kind of got to be careful with what you do. So my first thought was to do what I'm doing now with sort of an election setting, but also make it to where it was just characters from cartoons that I put out on the channel having a debate, so I could just draw those characters again. But then I was like, no, because that's no fun because I'm not doing anything new. Then I thought about maybe doing caricatures, but there's two problems with that. One, people might get mad at me for drawing a candidate they like in a less than polite fashion. I could also, the other problem is I don't do caricatures really ever, and so it would probably be a train wreck and would devolve into me just doing something like this anyways. So this seemed just like, the logical step is to make the perfect candidates here. See, this is the problem with having these candidates is you can't really choose between them. They're just they're too good, both of them. They have everything you want and nothing you don't. They'll take whatever view they need to take to get your vote, which some people may say is shady, and they shouldn't do that because it's betraying the system. But I mean, who really cares? I don't know if she should also have the same type of handshake thing that he does. Maybe. I'm gonna give her more teeth so she looks a little more human. She's looking a little less than human right now. There we go. That's better-ish. She's also questioning, perhaps even more than him, questioning the system and who runs it. I'm gonna give her some bulkier eyebrows, actually. Gonna give them some substance. Because, she deserves it. Running a campaign's hard, from what I've heard. I mean, I never have, and I probably never will, but from what I've heard, it's pretty difficult. They don't have noses. He should have a strong Roman nose. There we go. Now these are looking like candidates, and she should have a normal-ish nose. I've maybe a fist bump. That's not a bad idea. The other option is that she's all business, she's all campaign, and so she just has become, I don't know why I'm drawing a snake, but she's a snake now, I suppose. She's all business, and so she doesn't even shake hands with her opponents. She morphs into a snake to avoid the handshake, because she's like, you're not my friend, you're my opponent. She's the no nonsense candidate right here. She's scary. They're both pretty scary. But I do think that she has a campaign sign. She's holding one of her campaign signs, because even when you're at a debate where all you do is advertise for yourself, you can still stand to do some advertising for yourself. So it works out. Works out a-okay. There we go. Bam. And yeah, she's holding up her sign here. We haven't given them names yet, but I actually, for once, I have some names in mind. I meant to say his name earlier, but I didn't. And so we're getting there. We're getting there. So here's her campaign sign. She kind of looks like it's just a campaign sign. It kind of looks like a protest. It looks like she's protesting him, but no, she's just advertising. So here we have it. And Mrs. Oh wait, I can turn my canvas. Ooh. That's how you spell campaign, right? I believe so. I hope I'm right, or else I look really stupid right now. But I'm not going to take the time to look it up. Because, you know. There we go. Yeah, that's how you spell campaign, I'm pretty sure. If it's not, you know what? It's fine because it's the last name and they don't have to be spelled right. So, it's A-okay. So this is Miss Campaign. She's called that because all her life, all she's wanted to do is campaign. So who's her opponent, you may ask? Well, pretty simple. After I draw something in here. I won't give them podiums. I was going to give them podiums, but I'm not going to give them podiums. Let's see. So his name is Mr. Oh, what a twist we have here. Mr. Campaign. Husband and wife running against each other. See, they both run on the same platform that they have in Nuclear Family. But, see, it's the same family. And so it works just as well. I mean, no one really fact checks them until they're in office, so it's alright. Yeah. So there we go. These are the campaigns. They're a wonderful family. And since I've done this now, I guess I will add in their kids. So you have their children. You have here's child number 1. Here he is. I'm drawing him in now. He's great. This is fun. He's a sad. Oh man. That's a sad child. But what? I gotta draw him legs. I gotta draw his legs before I give him a name or anything. I gotta actually finish making the creature before I reveal the name of the creature. So, here he is. This is their child. If you can guess what this is, you get you get a friend request from me. Not like on Facebook, just a normal one, just as human beings. I'm gonna make his frown a little more distended here, make it a little worse. He is just distraught because this is like the worst way. This is the worst possible way for mommy and daddy to be fighting. Is like they are fighting in front of the nation. So this is Bill. See, this is Bill, cause like, all right, we're good. We got it. He's distraught. Jeez, they look like siblings, which I didn't realize until now, and it bothers me. So this is Bill, and then I gotta draw their other kid now. All right. Sorry, I'm enjoying this, and it's gonna make me asthmatic, but I'm enjoying it. So you know what? It's worth it. It's worth an asthma attack. This is their cooler son. That's what they call him. They call him Cool Son because he's the cool one. Let's see if I can draw crossed arms just real quick. Probably. I think I draw them enough. Maybe not though, because these aren't looking too good. But we'll reserve judgment. Okay, they're fine. They're all right. They're a-okay. Could be worse. I'm not gonna dwell on it. These are minor characters. Kick his leg out here. He's just hanging out. He's leaning against a wall that isn't there, you know, because they can levitate. So yeah, this is Law. He's the cooler, you know, more stoic child. He's sort of like, yeah, whatever. I'll see you guys when I see you, I guess. And yeah, so there's Bill and Law. See, Bill is living in Law's shadow, and he wants to be just like his older brother. And so, there we have it. Mr. and Mrs. Campaign, and then Bill and Law Campaign. They're fun. They're a good family. I think there should maybe be one more child. I don't know what the child should be. So let's see. So here they are, and this is I'm just gonna write. This is Selling Point. They're yeah, they're a perfect child. They're every American family's dream child, and they're a young kid just like you, voter. So, you know, it's pretty cool. All right. So, yeah. I guess it's time to start shading. And what other color to shade in than, well, you know, you can't really shade in red, white, and blue. But if you mix those three colors, you get a light purple. And so that's what we're going to shade in. Just slather those colors together. Get us a nice purple here. And that's how we'll shade this fine day. It's good to be back to our normal routine. It's been I don't remember when the last time. Well, okay, so I had 20, and I think I had live that next week. I can't remember if I did an episode that week or not. I'm sorry about all the scheduling conflicts. I've been busy, and there are days. It's just the busyness has fallen on a Thursday both times. It's usually and it's usually like a thing I have to do in the morning type of busy. And so I don't have the same wake up time that I usually do. And so we're doing it on Thursday. I'm gonna get back on track with Wednesday. I might have to just take a day every now and then, which I don't think is unreasonable, personally. All right, yeah. But yeah, it's definitely good to be back to sort of because and then I had episode 20 and then I had live, which are both basically specials, and so it's nice to just be back to our normal late night creatures with our normal shading and no coloring and no pulling prompts or anything like that. I don't like these behind the fingernails, so I'm getting rid of them. So it's just a good time. I'm gonna shade the kids real quick because they're gonna be quicker than the mom because she's a snake, and I didn't think about how hard snakes are to shade, not shave. Long snake-like shapes. Take some time. I've done quite a bit on the show, so I speak from experience when I say, they take a bit of time. All right. Cool. So here they are, our wonderful, fantastical children of the corn of Nebraska, because this is the Nebraska election. They're running in Nebraska. These are the good type of people who would run in Nebraska, I think. I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't know. I guess I have these notions about Nebraska that hand people and snake people are their type of electorate. And I'm going to stand by it. Don't worry. I'll stand by that claim. I mean, no one can really tell me otherwise. I don't think anyone from Nebraska watches this show. And so, yeah. Like, snakes would not be hard to shade. You just have to wait until they shed, and then you just take a razor and you just sort of go at it, and you just shave all the skin off. I mean, they do it for themselves eventually, but you can definitely speed up the process. It's not that difficult. Really think about it. That's kind of grotesque, but, it's fine. I do know for the first time in a long time, I know what the next episode of Late Night Creatures is going to be ahead of time. so we can all get excited and hyped up for what I have planned. Because it is No Shave November, I'm trying to grow my mutton chops back in. So hopefully that'll be sort of coming to fruition by the time this next episode comes out. But because it is No Shave November, I'm going to be doing bearded creatures and facial hair. That's going to be the next episode. That's going to be the theme. It'll be great. All right, let's see. Is there anything else I can add to this? Yeah, probably. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can work some podiums in here real quick. No promises, but let me see what I can do. So podiums are brown usually. So if you just just get a square here, and I have a similar one here. There we go. That's a start. Then I can take a pen, go in real quick, rough in some details of just sort of the little lip. Oh wait, I don't know why I'm worrying about this so much. I can just do this. So then I can just go down, do the lip of the podium real quick for both of them. See, now I'm using colors, and now it's less like a normal episode. But I may start doing more stuff with the episodes than I've been doing, because it is fun to sort of do stuff like this just real quick. Try and do some quick coloring every now and then. So who knows? This may sort of become our norm. I mean, it is Late Night Creatures, or what I'm calling Late Night Creatures Series 2, but USA. So maybe we'll change our dynamics around a bit. We'll see. All right, cool. So yeah, I think that's my time. So I'd like to wish you all a happy election season. I'm gonna put this behind them actually. I'd like to wish you all a happy election season. I hope that it's fun for you. I hope you had a good time watching all that unfold. And I'll just say, I don't think that it doesn't really matter to anyone in the chat right now. But if you're worried about the results of the election or anything like that, it's gonna be fine. It'll work out. We got it covered. I'm sure. And if it ever starts to not work out, you can blame me. But I think we'll be fine. So just don't worry. It'll be chill. But yeah, I think that's my time. So thank you all for watching Late Night Creatures. And I will see you all next week.